those who cannot join. So if you go to YouTube, the same name, Dovisenyo, you get it. So this is my friend we are coming to have a conversation with, has been in this industry for some years. In fact, almost 10 years, maybe 10 years. Yeah, maybe a bit older in the game than me. Please, if I'm talking and you cannot hear, just let me know that you can't hear. I will appreciate that. All right. Let me know how your day. If you can hear me loud and clear, if you just join and you can hear me clearly, please just type in the chat box 111 111 111. I want to see that. I want to know that you can hear me. 111, something like this, something like this, something like this. I want to know. It's all about the energy. It's all about the energy. The energy must be infectious, contagious. If you are here to learn, let me know. Okay. So we are waiting for our friend. As we are waiting for our friend far away from the US, we will be taking advantage to be watching some few videos just of him himself with other industry players. Sicho, how was your day?
It went well, my boss. I am still on the way though, but
wow, I can see
I'm listening.
That's awesome. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. We are building it for a purpose.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We can't do one.
Definitely, I'm with you.
Exactly. Love that.
Yeah. Sure, my boss.
Tell your friends to join the call. We are here to learn, nothing else. This is a selected people. I share this idea with them. I'm going to talk to a friend to talk to us. So the few people who are here, the focus is always on leaders, okay? Whatever organization you are building, whatever thing you are doing, your focus should be on leaders, okay? And don't just carry the crowd, follow everybody. No, I don't do things like that. You take people, you don't waste too much energy on followers, people who are not ready to take action. That's why even Jesus Christ got just how many people? 12. According to the story, they said he had a lot of people, over 300, received them to 70 something, and then he got 12 of them. So anything you want to do, don't look at the numbers too much. When I posted this, a lot of people, fire this. Yeah, we are going to come. We are going to share the link with few people. when you have leaders around you, you give them what you're supposed to give, and then they have impact on other generations. They also have their leaders. That is how it is. So every time I talk to somebody about business, every time I talk to somebody about uh, events, oh, we are not around. Can you give us this? Can we, is there a way to watch some online? And kind of, you give them the link, they don't join. They join, they leave. It's normal, okay? Because some are thinking about probably their data, some are thinking about their money or stuffs like that. So it depends. Whatever your mind is, whatever you focus on, that is what you are going to get. So I always say it's not about opportunity. The opportunities are all over the place. It depends on you, it depends on what you see, what you want to do with the opportunity, how you see the opportunity. Yes, you have to make a decision. So I told my leaders that I made a decision to do this call. So even if I have two people, even if I have two leaders, I'll tell my friend to stay calm and talk to us. The impact makers in life, in the people we look up to, they chart their path alone before people follow them. So whatever you are doing, don't think that you want a lot of people. No, you are not going to get a lot of people. You just need few people. You just need 3, 4, 5 people. You just need 10 people, 20 people. Let them know where you are going with them. Let them understand the vision. Let them go all out together with you. When they pick up the fire, they send it to their core leaders as well. You have your core leaders, they have their core leaders, that is how we build everything. But you can't carry everybody. You can't carry everybody. That's why when you see the president or our leaders, they have certain leaders around them. Everybody have the president to have vice. There are certain things the president will not go and do because he have to he have to, how do you call it, delegate. So we have his own leaders, core leaders, and then I give you instruction. That's how my job is. Like we all know, I'm a I'm a military officer. I do a lot of stuff. A flight engineer by profession. I take instruction for certain class of people. There are people far, far above me cannot come down to come and give me instruction. So they have their core leaders. Those core leaders have maybe we the middle class leaders. They give us instruction what we're supposed to do on. So you have to implement these things, everything in whatever you do. You see a lot of people complaining, and I don't have this, I don't have that. It is not about you don't having the opportunity. The little you have, are you prepared enough? Are you ready to go consistently with it? That is what you're supposed to know. If you are not ready for what you are supposed to do with the little you have, then I'm afraid you can't get to where you want to get to. So as we wait for our friend, it's show time. Tell yourself it's show time. This is my friend. Leaders, call your leaders. Leaders, call your leaders. My brother Anthony is already here. Tony, I'm going to call you throughout today for the conversation.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, I can see you.
Yeah, just let me know whenever you're ready to get started. I'm good.
Sure,
whenever.
we are almost starting.
Cool.
Sure. If you are not tired of where you want to be, you are not going to get the leaders onto this call. My friend is ready. My brother is ready. We are just going to have a conversation, leadership conversation. That's why I shared the link with just few of you to share with other people who are dear to your heart as well. So it's not like you are going to no. Look at how I want us to build this. Look at how you want to build your business. You can't go with everybody. Just get those few people. Like I share with only few people. When I posted it, a lot of people want to know. Yeah, I share with a lot of people. But I want to ensure and I want to make sure my core leaders, not more than 20, 30. I don't want to bring 500 people, 100 people. No. I want you to come here and be imparted to send the message out there. Hey, Darren, I see you. Is it Darren or Darius? I see you. Charlie, well done for last Sunday. Send the message across. So as we are about to start, this is my friend talking. So I listen to him every day. I watch his status every day. From today, right after this call, go and follow him. You will know more of him. All the social media platforms. You know more of him. The Bank of Ghana federal claims has spent. Inform your friends, your brothers, your leaders to join the call. I'm about to hand over to my friend. Yes, this is one of my inspirational leaders. You can see what's on his shirt and you can see what's in my shirt. I pick all my inspiration from them. At this juncture, I want to let you know that you owe you. We have to be in beast mode. It's time for us to do business. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I want you to know is this. This evening, I am here with a friend, a brother who accepted to share some field knowledge with us that he learned, he accumulated all these years through whatever he's done in this industry. And this industry is all about personal development, learning, practice, learning, practice, learning, practice. So if you are not learning, you are not practicing, you are practicing, you are not learning, then it's going to be war. It's going to be catastrophic. So this evening, I want to introduce you to a fine gentleman. Thank God, the purpose of the internet, we met through the help of the internet. We spoke some few months ago. He said, okay, this is what you don't need. When you see somebody doing something with vision, purpose, clear path on a particular road, you know that this person is on a particular road. So I reached out to him. He asked me what I'm doing, since we find something else doing together. So I explained to him my concept of doing how I do my things. He accepted that he want to come meet us as friends, brothers, industry players, same players in the same industry. He want to talk to us. He want to share some few ideas with us, how he built for the past decade, what he's done, the rejections. I won't talk too much. He's in the person of Napolitano. The first time I heard the name, I thought he's an Italian. So I asked him if he's an Italian, or he said no, he's from US. Anthony. So today I'm going to call him Tony. If you can hear me again, please, loud and clear, no noise, other stuff. In the chat box, let me know. Drop some fire, maybe a handshake or a clap or 111 in the chat box if you can hear me clear. Yeah, I want to see the fire from Power. That's the way to go. And I told him I'm going to assemble some few leaders who are equally striving how to make good name for the industry in this part of our continent, Africa, Ghana. I don't know if he's been. Yeah, the last time I told him he's been to South Africa before. And next time you come to Ghana, you come to Africa, you need to be in Ghana. I want to greet everybody once again for coming. I am Dovi, like you all know, your friend, your brother. I advocate for extra income and so much with passion and zeal, energy everywhere I go. I talk about platforms, systems, teamwork every day. So this evening, I want to introduce to you Mr. Tony.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Awesome. Well, definitely excited to be with you guys today. Pleasure to meet everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. I want to share a little bit about kind of my story, my experience with the industry as a whole, and what I see with the industry, just so you guys can kind of get the big picture here, right? Of what it is that we do, how it actually works, and how you could have massive success with it. So I've been involved in the industry, like he said, for about 10 years now. So 10 years of my life. I got involved in the industry when I was actually going to school to pursue my baseball career. So I was in college playing baseball. Sports was my life growing up. We played a lot of sports. I grew up in South Florida. So it's summer all year long. It's always hot. So we played sports, and that was, something I was passionate about, something that I excelled in. And because of that, I was able to have good opportunities. And when I got to college, I did realize something. I realized that the successful people in our world, they do two things very, very well. They have their money work for them, and they have people work for them. Would you guys agree with that? Successful people, they got their money making them more money, and they got people that they're leveraging, meaning they own the business, they leverage their employees' efforts, because there's only so many hours you could actually work in a day. So I realized successful people didn't have jobs, they had leverage. And I was like, okay, I'm 18 years old, I have no money. I want those things for sure. Where do I start, right? And I had no idea where to start. And it kind of was a crazy coincidence. I became friends with a guy at college, and we started talking about business and entrepreneurship. And he said, hey, man, I think you'd be really good at what I'm doing. And he actually introduced me to network marketing. And that's kind of how it happened, right? Just random situation. I never heard of network marketing in my entire life. Had no idea what it was, never heard of it before, had no clue anything about it, okay? And he introduced me to it, and he talked about residual income. He talked about building something today that can pay you tomorrow. And I just fell in love with the concept of it. And I started part-time. I was going to school and playing sports. Within about 6 months, while I was going to school and playing sports, got to a full-time income. And within the first year in the industry, I was blessed to be in the top 1% of all income earners at 19 years old. So it happened super fast for me. I had success really, really quickly. And the reason I had the success quickly, I believe, is I was just hungry. I was ambitious. It didn't matter how many times I failed. I was not going to stop until the goal was accomplished. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So it was literally the drive, the hunger. It wasn't the skill set. Okay. I didn't have the skills at the time, but I had the ambition. And I fell in love with the profession. I can tell you one of the big moments for me was going to my first big event. And that was probably about 6 months into the industry. I went to my first big event. I sat there and I listened to these people speaking. And I seen all the different success stories, different cultures, different ethnicities, different backgrounds, in life. And I was like, man, all these different types of people are having success in this business, in this industry. If these people can do this, I can do this for sure. So my belief went really, really high into the profession as a whole. And I kind of fell in love with the concept of network marketing. And I fell in love truly with the residual income component of it, guys. Most of you know, you don't get paid when you don't go to work, correct? Let me know in the group chat. Who gets paid when they don't go to work? Probably most people don't get paid when they don't go to work, right? Most jobs are not going to pay you when you don't show up. So the concept of residual income was so big to me. And I also had the thought process of, even if I'm not good at this business, like even if it takes me time, and this was when I was 18 years old, this is how I was thinking. Even if it takes me time to have the success that I desire, it's going to be worth it if I could develop this skill set. I actually came up with something when I was 18 years old called the 20-year vision. And the concept was, I'll do this for the next 20 years, no matter if I succeed or fail. Meaning I'm going to give it 20 years because the power of residual income was too good to pass up for me. Okay. Meaning if I had to do it part-time the first 10 years while I was still working a job, I was going to do it. Because at the end of the day, if I could get to a residual income where I never have to worry about money and create time and financial freedom, even if it took 20 years to do it, it would be truly, truly worth it to me. So I had that long-term type of mindset. And I always tell people the reason I had success very, very quickly was because the vision was so far into the future. Does that make sense, guys? So my vision was so far into the future that the results actually happened fast, which is kind of crazy. See, most people, they get involved in a business. They're like, oh man, I'm not having success. It's been 90 days. I'm going to quit. That's their type of mentality. Like that's their type of mentality. They get involved in a business. They're like, well, we'll see how I do. We'll try this thing out. Guys, you're not going to have success if you try something out. You actually got to go do it, right? The first time you shoot a basketball, you're not going to be good at shooting a basketball. You shoot 1,000 shots a day, you're going to get good at shooting a basketball. That's the same thing with network marketing. It's the same thing in anything in life, right? When you put time and energy into things, you develop skills. And all of us on this call, the goal is to develop skills. All of you guys want to develop skills. All of you guys want to be in a position to succeed and to win. But that doesn't come just by accident. It comes by developing that skill set and becoming a professional at your craft. So let me see. Someone's unmuted. Let me see if I can mute them. Chat. If you could put that unmuted person, that would be great. If you could look in there, that'd be awesome. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah. That's the mentality, guys, that I think successful people have. And that's why successful people are different than unsuccessful people. That is why, you can hear me. You cannot hear him. You can hear me, right? Good. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Yeah. So I think that's the mentality that successful people have that unsuccessful people don't have. It's the willingness to make it happen no matter what. And it's the drive to succeed. Like you don't become the best at anything in a day. I know a lot of people see someone today and they're like, man, I wish I could be like him. But you don't see all the, the long nights and the work ethic and the traveling and all the stuff that was put into becoming that person. And I think that's the sad thing about the internet today, right? The internet's like the best thing and the worst thing that ever happened to the world. In the sense of, yes, we could get connected, we could communicate, we could do business. Like that's great. That's a great component of the internet. But the internet also sets false expectations. The internet also, it gets you distracted from what you're supposed to do, the task at hand every single day. So at the end of the day, guys, I can just tell you, you need long-term vision, you need consistency. You got to understand that it might take time, but if you keep pounding the pavement and you stay consistent with it, the skills will come. And once the skills come, the money comes. Okay. And I love to use examples like in the real world, like you want to be a doctor in America. Okay. Let's say you want to go to college in America to be a doctor. That's going to cost tons and tons of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars to become a doctor, right? And you're probably going to have to go to school for 8 to 10 years. So you're paying someone for 8 to 10 years, literally 8 to 10 years of your life, and you're paying them to eventually make money. Pretty interesting concept, right? But people do it every single day because they're like, okay, I'm going to develop the skill so then I have the skill and I could go make money for the rest of my life. People get involved in a network marketing business. They do it for a month and they're like, yo, I'm not a millionaire. What's wrong? It's like, no, at the end of the day, you're developing a skill set. Let's, see you do it for a year, 2 years, like let's develop the skill set, right? I love to use examples and give people like real life situations. You want to get paid like a doctor, but you don't put in the work like a doctor. So why do you get paid like a doctor? You see what I'm saying? So that is how I kind of look at business and life. And I think, all business is the same across the board. It doesn't matter what profession, what industry. Business is business. I think most people fail in business because the lack of commitment, they're not committed to the business. Also, the lack of organization and preparation. I think you need to be organized. I think you have to prepare to win. I don't think by throwing stuff on the wall, hoping it sticks, that's not the formula to succeed, right? You have to have strategy and game plan. And once you have strategy and game plan, you have to be consistent on acting upon it day in and day out. So I'm just telling you guys, like, you're in a great opportunity. Network marketing is an incredible industry, but the opportunity is only as good as what you make the opportunity. You see what I'm saying? It's like opportunities can be there, but if you're not taking advantage of the opportunities, nothing changes. There's people who live their whole entire life and just pass on everything that ever, good comes along. They just don't do anything. There's like, they had chance to succeed many, many times, but they just never acted upon the things that could actually give them the things they truly desire. So I'm just telling you guys, you're in a great situation. You're working with some really, really good people. Me personally, like I said, I've had the success that I've had because the vision was so long-term. Things happen fast when you think so far into the future. I never think about today. So people will ask me like, hey, how are you today? And I'm still thinking 5-10 years into the future. Like, that's just how I've lived my entire life. I'm looking into the future and I'm preparing for what's coming next, not what's here today. I think too many of us are looking at our present situation and you're too high in life or too low in life based on your current circumstances. Like, it's okay if you're not where you want to be financially right now. Who cares? Like, let's not pout about it. Let's not be upset about it. Let's just go make it great over the next couple of years and get you to where you truly need to be. So that's what I'm telling you guys. Like, your circumstances now, yes, I understand everyone's going through something different, but don't let your circumstances today basically dictate your circumstances in the future. And that's what I really want you to understand. It's like, guys, the world evolves fast. Things happen fast. I've seen people who, if you would have told me that this person was going to be successful in network marketing, I would have told you you're crazy if I met some of these people, right? And some of these people become top earners in this industry. I'm telling you guys, I've seen it all. Every walk of life, every type of person, people that were so underskilled, people that I would bet you money they would never have success, and they still had success. That is so, so powerful to me. And that just shows you that it's not a matter of skills. It's a matter of belief, vision, and effort. That's really what it comes down to. Belief, vision, and effort. That's really all it is, because everything will develop with time. You're going to get better with time. You guys show the presentation. Trust me, you're going to be bad at showing the presentation the first time. You do the presentation a lot, guys, you're going to get pretty good at showing the presentation. Hey, you want to invite people to the call? Guess what? You're probably going to be bad at inviting initially. But if you invite all the time, you're going to get pretty good at inviting. So the way that I look at life, the way that I look at business is just about really consistency and commitment. And, the sad reality is most people are consistent at being inconsistent. That is the sad reality of the world. So you guys right here, if I had to tell you one thing, is like, always stay a student, and always work hard. Like, I don't know everything, guys. I don't know everything. I've been doing this for 10 years. I still learn every single day. I'm trying to get better every single day. Yes, a lot of people would say, oh, I wish I could be in your situation, etc. Yeah, I get that. But I'm still learning. I don't know it all. I'm never going to know it all. The world changes every day. You could learn from people that aren't even as successful as you. You could always learn. Always learn. And I can tell you, when you start, believing your own advertisement, you're going to be in trouble. Don't believe your own advertisement, guys. Stay humble. Stay very, very humble and be coachable and willing to learn. And I can tell you, if you do that and you stay ambitious, man, you guys are going to have success. But like I said, this industry doesn't need you to become, the person you truly want to be in a day. Like, don't look at it like that. If you look at it more of a long-term thing, you'll get the things that you desire. And I'm telling you, it'll actually happen much faster than you could even imagine when you approach things differently. The reason you're not having the success that you want right now is because you're approaching the business the wrong way. You're like, okay, in 30 days, if I'm not successful, I'm not doing it no more. Like you've already failed. You've already put that in your head. Like you've already lost. Like if you approach it like, okay, I'm doing this for the next 5 years of my life, no matter what, you're going to actually act a little differently upon it. When someone tells you no, you're not going to get discouraged and be like, I'm going to quit. You're going to be like, no, I got to go talk to another person because I'm going to do this for the next 5 years. So it's a different approach. It's a different mentality. And I can tell you, once you get the mindset shift, once you change the way that you're thinking, the game becomes easy. I call it the game. Life is the game, right? Life is just a big game. And it's like playing the game. When I stopped playing sports and I got into network marketing, this became the new sport. This is the sport today. It's like, how can I be the best at my sport? Do I practice my sport? Do I win games in my sport? This is just another sport. So if you look at it like that and you realize it's all just a thing about developing skills and being consistent, it's just another game. If you don't practice shooting the basketball, you're not going to go to the court and win the game. It's the same thing with this business. So that's how I kind of look at things, guys. That's my approach. That's my mindset. It's kind of how I act and go about things as a whole. And it's kind of why I'm in the position I am today. So I'm going to, give you guys a little training, but is everyone with me so far? Let me know in the chat if you guys are understanding what I'm talking about, if kind of the concepts are making sense for what we have going on. What's up? We are with you.
Yeah, we are with you.
Massive.
I've been writing, and I can see the chat box is blazing. People are writing. If you are here and you've picked some few things so far, for me, so far so good. If the first word you mentioned was every successful person you come across have people working for him or her, or money working for them. Now, a lot of people are consistent being inconsistent with their lives, whatever they find themselves. That's a very strange and strong statement. Whether you think you are not consistent or not, you are consistent being inconsistent. So whether you like it or not, you are being consistent in something. It's just not giving you the right result by giving you the wrong result. So, Mr. Tony, I want to ask some few questions for clarification. Now, what exactly, you spoke a lot, we speak a lot of stuff. What exactly pushed you to accept the industry?
Yeah, so the concept of residual income, that was the main reason why I wanted to get involved in the industry, and I fell in love with the industry because I could do something today that could pay me tomorrow. Like I've been in my business now for going on 10 years, 9 years now, right? In the current business that I'm in. Guys, I started working that business 9 years ago, like literally putting effort in 9 years ago. And some of the effort I put in 9 years ago is still paying me 9 years later. That's extremely, extremely powerful. Okay. That's kind of what I fell in love with, because most people, they put in effort every single day at their job, and they're putting their effort into something that can never give them what they want, right? Your job's not a bad thing. Your job pays your bills, it gets you by, etc. But why not put time into something that can give you the things you desire and pay you when you stop working? Like, for example, I give you that example. If you go to work today, you work, you'll get paid. That's cool. But is your job going to pay you for the work you do today tomorrow? Are they also going to pay you tomorrow if you don't come tomorrow for what you did today? No, it's not going to happen at a job, right? But in this business, I can work today, not work tomorrow, and still potentially earn a check. That's a really cool concept. So it's rewarding my time. I think my time is the most valuable thing I could ever have. Would you guys agree your time is the most valuable thing you could ever have?
Sure.
Money's great, right? Money's great to have the ability to do what you want when you want, but time you never get back. When you go die eventually, right? We're all going to eventually die. That's just how the world works. When you're on your deathbed, you're not going to go, oh, I made all this money in my life. No, you're going to talk about the experiences. I remember hanging out with my family. I remember that vacation. I remember this. That's what matters, guys. That's what truly matters in life. So I can tell you that time is everything. I value my time. I work really, really hard. But if I'm going to put time into something, I want it to be able to reward me in the way that I think I deserve. So that's kind of how I think about it, if that makes sense.
Makes sense. Now, what were some of the, I know it's going to be something we all feel, something we all already, as leaders, as people who are already in business, I bet you some of the people join this call, they are not even yet in network marketing. Some of the people are still doubting. Some of the people are still trying to see what is going on. What is this? What is that? That kind of. So there are a lot of people who are here trying to understand the concept of what we do, why we are doing what we do. Why didn't you just choose other businesses to do? So what were some of the challenges you faced, especially pertaining to our business?
Yeah, so when I got involved in this industry, I never owned a business previously. So I had to learn, what business was about, what entrepreneurship was about. See, a lot of people aren't cut out to be entrepreneurs. Why? Because they're not good bosses. If you guys caught that one right there. Some of you right now are not the best boss. What do I mean by that? Most people in life, they've always been told what to do, right? As kids, their parents tell them what to do. They go to school, they're told what to do. They get a job, someone tells them what to do. Most people have been told what to do their whole life. When you get into business, guess what? You're the boss. Now you got to control what's going on each and every day. And a lot of people aren't good bosses. A lot of people don't put enough pressure on themselves. A lot of people aren't consistent with their activities. I think that's one of the hardest things for a lot of people getting into entrepreneurship. I was lucky that I came from a sports background and I was so used to routines and practice and all this stuff that I was always doing every single day. So I just kind of transitioned that into network marketing. But I could say one of the things that I struggled with personally was I wanted other people to succeed more than they wanted to succeed for themselves. That was one thing I really did. Like, I saw potential in people when they didn't see potential in them. And that's, the sad reality. Not that I'm a good person, I guess, by saying that, like, that's a good thing that I saw potential in other people, but I tried to motivate unmotivated people. And I don't do that today. Today I run with the runners. If you want to do this thing, hey, I'm not going to blow up your phone. You want to do it? Hit my number. You have my phone number. If you want to work, trust me, I'm always down to work. I love working. I'm very passionate about what I do, but I'm not here to convince you to do this. Like, we are going to do this with or without you. If you want to be a part of it, great. That's my mentality, right? So I don't wait on anyone. I don't slow down for anyone. I'm going to make it happen either way. And if you want to do it, hey, I'm always available to do it. So that's kind of it.
That's awesome. In life, when it happens to almost every leader. When you start in the business, start in the industry, start doing whatever you find yourself, whatever business you want to build, you want to move, especially any business that starts, you need a team. We forget that not everybody is hungry like we are. And because of that, we want to carry everybody along. You are motivating people. Like one thing Jim Rohn says, if you have an idiot and you motivate, that's a motivated idiot. And we never knew until it keeps on going. So I can relate. I know most of the leaders on the call who equally relate to whatever you're saying. And then what do you think? And in the phase where you were able to get in people, keep the momentum going, and all of a sudden the momentum dies down. People are quitting, people are leaving, people don't pick your calls anymore. How do you feel? How do you handle such situations? And how do you bounce back?
Yeah, so I always say, the speed of the leader is the speed of the business. It's not anyone else's fault except yourself when your business isn't succeeding. So I think it's very important to take responsibility for your own business. A lot of people try to play the blame game, and it's Susie's fault, it's Mike's fault, it's John's fault. It's not their fault, it's your fault, right? So take responsibility first off. And I always say, as a great leader, what do great leaders do? Great leaders give all the credit and take all the blame. We're succeeding because of Mike. We're succeeding because of Jan. We're succeeding because of Bill. Oh, the business is going bad. Yes, it's Anthony's fault. It's my fault. I got to improve. I got to improve as a leader. So that's what great leadership comes down to. But I can tell you, you control your future. So typically when people are having things that are happening in their business, negative things happening in their business, they become negative themselves. They stop taking the actions themselves. Where guess what? If you stay consistent, if you keep taking the actions, other people will follow what you do. I always say in this business, it's not about what you say, it's about what you do. People learn more through seeing than actually hearing. So people learn more through seeing than hearing. So listen to what I just said. They watch what you do. Hey, you want them to throw events? Well, if you don't throw events, they're not throwing events. You want them to bring a new customer to the platform? Well, if you're not bringing a new customer to the platform, they're not bringing a new customer. People do what you do. And if you want to be a great leader, you lead from the front, you lead with your activity. So I think the major thing there is to stay consistent and keep going and don't slow down based on anyone else. Like I told you previously, guys, it don't matter if you come with me or not. I'm still going to the top. If you want to come for the ride, let's go. That's the mentality.
Nice one. Whether you come with me or not, I'm going to the top. Whether you build with me or not, I have to build.
Right.
That's awesome. So every leader on this call, all I want you to know is that posture is key from power. That's nice. And one thing I want to ask Tony again is this: is it advisable in our era now? Technology is here. Everybody is saying that you can't put all your egg in one basket. Is it advisable, with all your experience, at a particular point in time in your life? Were you able to build, or did you ever build 2 companies at the same time, or 3 or 4? And what's your take on?
Yeah, so I don't believe you could build more than one company at once. I've never built more than one company at once. That's just my personal take on it. Reason being is people can't even stay focused already. Now you're going to give them 4 things to worry about. They already having trouble staying focused. So yeah, that's not doable for 99% of people in the world. I guess there's a few out there that might be able to pull it off. I'm not the guy to pull it off because I'm super passionate. I'm not just doing it for the check. I'm really living the business, right? I eat, sleep, and breathe the business. It's something I love to do. So someone like me, it wouldn't work. But I guess it's possible, but I'd say 99% of people in the world that try that will completely fail because they can't focus. I always say, you have to master something before starting something else. A lot of people hear that famous saying. There's a famous saying from the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. Okay, that's a famous saying, right? Okay, how did they become a millionaire though? One stream of income typically made them a millionaire, and then they diversified their money. Okay, they focused on one thing, they mastered one thing, they became successful, then they got into other things. You don't do 7 things at once initially and think you're going to become like, no, it's not working like that. You got to focus, develop a skill. Once you develop the skill, you master a craft, then you can diversify your wealth. That's not a problem. But master something, get good at something. Don't be a person who's very average at a bunch of things. Get really good at something. That's the key.
Get really good at something. So I want you to share with us, what are some of the skills you think someone involved in business as general?
Say it one more time.
What are the skills you think, like in particular business or any other business? What are some of the skills that we are supposed to?
So it depends whatever profession that you're in. Like in network marketing, there's 5 things.
So I call the lady or
I think some.
Sorry, I'm coming.
You're good.
I call the lady.
Don't call the lady. Mute yourself.
Or you may say mistake.
Let's go.
So I think, every profession has specific things, right? In network marketing specifically, you want to become a product of the product. You want to have inventory. You want to be consistent at, getting people in front of the information. So you got to master your invite. You're going to learn how to edify, and you're going to learn how to follow up. If you could master some basic principles of this business, you could be successful. And every industry has basic principles, right? And these things aren't hard to, be taught. People will teach you these things, but it's about doing them consistently to get really good at them. That's the key. So if you're bad at inviting, well, guess what? You got to go invite more. If you're afraid of speaking in front of a room, hey, let's get you in front of a lot of rooms, right? Like the key to success is doing. You could read and self-develop all you want, but self-development is just there to speed up the learning curve. What does that mean? It's like there so you don't have to make the same mistakes as someone else, but you still got to go do the activity to get the result. You don't get rich by reading the book. You get rich by taking the information in the book and applying the stuff, right? That's how you get rich. So when people talk about this kind of stuff, that's just my take on it.
Beautiful. It's all about doing, action, implementation. Why do you think a lot of people don't like network marketing?
I think there's been a lot of companies in the past, a lot of people overselling products. I think it's just the approach that people have had previously. that's probably just the stigma from it, right? But at the end of the day, it's not a bad profession. It's not a bad industry. It's actually very similar to a lot of industries. It's pretty similar to real estate or insurance, or there's many industries that are very, very similar to this profession, but they're not looked at it the same way. So it's really about how people have went about it. I don't oversell my products. I don't oversell my opportunity. I give people proper expectations. I let them know what they're going to get a part of. And hey, it takes work. You don't just become wealthy by doing nothing. It takes work. You can't just sit on the couch all day and become rich. No, it takes work. Okay. If you want to do that, go play the lottery. Don't join a network marketing business. That's my mentality. Okay. But at the end of the day, it takes effort. It takes work, but it's 100% worth it, because I have a lot of people, like, for example, there's guys outside my door, outside my room right now, outside my home, right? They're cutting my grass, cutting my hedges, making my property look very, very nice. Those guys work harder than me. I'm on a call with you guys on my computer, sitting in the AC, okay, in my house. You know how hot it is in South Florida today? It's like 97, 98 degrees Fahrenheit with the humidity. That is super, super hot, guys. You like, if I go outside, my shirt is soaked in 5 minutes. And in 5 minutes, I'm completely soaked. That's how hot it is, okay? You sweat like crazy. Those guys are working harder than me. But will they ever make $1 million a year fixing a sprinkler head or cutting a hedge or cutting the grass? No, they're not going to. So the thing that I love about this profession, the thing that excites me about what I do, is that this is something I can apply the effort and actually get the things I want. And that's a really, really big thing to me. So just understanding like the things that you want in life, and understanding is something worth it to you, and you know how you want to allocate your time. It takes work though, no matter what you do. But how do you want to work? What kind of work do you want in your life? So that's how it goes.
And then there's a saying that only few people make it in our business. Why is this so? And why that perception?
Yeah, well, only a few people make it in anything. Let's be honest, because only a few people. How many professional athletes are there? How many famous football players are there? Like, there's not everyone that does that, right? So it's about the ambition, right? How many business owners succeed in business? Not many, right? That's just a simple fact. How many realtors succeed? How many restaurant owners succeed? It's just the way of the world, right? And the reason that most don't succeed is because they're not prepared to be in business. Like I told you previously, most people aren't prepared to be a boss. They've been told what to do their whole life. When they become business owners and no one's telling them what to do, they don't know what to do. That's the simple facts of their life. So some people are unprepared, unqualified to be in business for themselves. Let's just be honest, but anyone can do it. The cool thing is not everyone will do it, but anyone can do it. That's a really cool concept.
The last time I saw a post from you, you said when you started your business, you went to a community to do a presentation. And after 10 years or 6, 7 years, you've gone back to that same community. There was a gentleman there who told you that you came here some years back. You told her that you are going to make it in this business. And then you came back and you really make it in the business. I remember the post. How do you feel when people tell you that?
Yeah, that was like a couple weeks ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago now. So I did it was like a local event with a bunch of local entrepreneurs, people that have success in the local area. And they asked me to come and speak, like some group invited me to be a speaker. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll come, I'll speak, whatever, right? So I spoke, and then in the crowd, there was 2 people, that a guy and a girl, and they both come up to me after I'm done speaking, and they go, "We remember seeing you speak 10 years ago in a little room at a house, and you told everyone you were going to be successful and you were going to do it big in this business and you were going to make this thing work." And they're like, "It's so amazing to see how far you've came." And I'm like, "Oh, what are you guys doing?" And they're like, "Oh, like we're doing like the same stuff we were doing 10 years ago." And it's crazy to me, man, how you could just sit there and just live in this this world of like not changing and being upset. Like, don't be upset if you don't change, right? Like, that's how people are. People are saying, "Oh, I hate my job. I hate my life." And then they do nothing about it to change it. That's the craziest thing in the world to me. You're complaining to me about something you're not taking any action to get out of or do anything different. So at the end of the day, that's just the world, right? If those people joined my business, they probably wouldn't succeed because they don't have the ambition to succeed. So that's going back to your last question. Why does not everyone make it in life? Because not everyone wants to make it in life. That's the simple fact of it. They say everyone wants to be rich. Yeah, I want to have a nice car. I want to have a nice house. I want to eat good food. Of course, everyone does. But is everyone willing to put in the effort to do that? That's the difference.
I see. That's the difference. As a leader, you need to take the blame and praise the team for your success. That's one thing I picked from you as well. Now, once again, we are almost done, but in our business again, I want to find out from you, what's your take where the technology is taking us to? What's your take in terms of a pure product base and that of an entirely online product-based services and stuff? What's your take? On that?
I think any model can work with the right product or the right service. I'm in the service-based industry, been doing services for almost 10 years now. So I'm big into services, but products work as well. At the end of the day, anything can work. The one thing that's key though, is where the world is going, and the world is going to subscription-based products, if you haven't realized that. And it could be a subscription on a physical product. It could be a subscription on a service. Subscriptions have changed the world. You guys know, everyone's heard of Netflix, correct? Everyone's heard of Amazon. Sure. Everyone's heard of Apple Music, correct? These subscriptions change. You know, Apple just put out their quarterly revenue numbers last week. 25% of Apple's revenue today is subscriptions. 25% of their revenue is subscriptions. Okay? That is crazy. And what are subscriptions, guys? Subscriptions are what we call residual income, because that is someone paying you on an ongoing basis, on a monthly basis, paying you month in and month out to get access to a product or a service. So a subscription is the way the world is going. Everything's a subscription. And if you can deliver a lot of value for a great price, people will buy your subscription. And that's why I think the power of residual income and network marketing is so big in this current moment, especially with social media and the way that we network products today.
That's awesome. Now, any model can work, depends on who wants to make it work. I understand that. What's your advice for a young person who wants to start a business, and then he's in a crossroad where doesn't want to know whether to do a traditional based business or to choose a network marketing type of business? What's your advice for such people?
Yeah. The cool thing about network marketing is you could be like me when I was 18 and have no money and still become successful. So to start a traditional business, you're going to need money. I only had a few $100s to my name, and I was able to get involved in a network marketing business. And because of my ambition, I was able to change my life. So the cool thing about network marketing, it's a low barrier of entry. Anyone can do it, but not everyone will do it, right? Like we talked about at the end of the day. If network marketing cost $1 million to get involved, people would take it more serious. But most people can lose their sign-up fee to get involved in a network marketing company. It's not going to change their life. The product they buy, the service they buy, it's a few $100s, few $1,000s. At the end of the day, you're not going to die. Your life's not going to be over because of that, success or that failure. If you had $1 million invested, you probably treat it a little differently, right? Oh my God, I got $1 million invested in this thing. Now I got to make this thing work. I'm going to take this thing way more serious. So the best thing and the worst thing network marketing has. Best thing, anyone can do it. Okay, the worst thing is that it's so cheap to get involved that everyone has the ability to do it. That's why not everyone will do it. Does that make sense?
Sure.
That's the key. That's the key.
I see. So that means the reason most people don't take our business serious is because of the starting capital.
Yeah, because they're not invested enough. It's not enough money to them. They're willing to lose that money. It's not a big deal to them. So they're not going to take action upon it as serious as they would if they started maybe a traditional business where they had to put hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars. Correct.
I see. That's wonderful.
More skin in the game, more commitment in the game.
So I don't want to take too much of your time. Once again, we really appreciate your time. But if I want to go back to the board of my leaders, and anyone listening to me, if you have any questions, I want you to type it in the chat box. We'll use the next 10 minutes to wrap up so that I can leave my friend to go and attend to his other business. He's charged up to do other stuff. He have a team of over 1 million people. So if you have a question, anything bothering your mind about the business, about our business, just drop it off. Let's see how he will attend to such questions for us to equally Understand? Abena, I see you. Mariana, Beatrice, Bellini, Benjamin, all of you. If you have any questions, let's know. Someone just sent me a WhatsApp message. It's saying that how much did you use to start your first network marketing business?
Say it again. How much money?
Your first network marketing business.
Yeah, like $200.
$200.
Huh.
Another person is saying
That $200 has paid me a good ROI. A good ROI on that $200.
someone is asking which company did you join first?
Yeah, so it was a health and wellness company called Vima.
Oh, okay. Is it still in business?
No, not in business, but I left it before it went out of business. It was actually shut down in the US by the government.
What was the product?
It was health and wellness products.
Health and wellness. Okay.
But I
Abena,
left the business before it shut down. It shut down a couple of years after I left. But I joined a service-based company because I kind of fell in love with finance, and I'm a big investor. So my company today is involved in finance, and it made a lot of sense for what I wanted to do in life. I was very entrepreneurial, so I clicked more with that compared to a physical product. And you know, I've excelled in it, you know, ever since. So I've been doing that now for 9 years. The current company.
beautiful. So that means you all the 10 years you worked with only 2 companies.
Correct. Yeah.
Nice. And someone is asking, which kind of business did you venture into when you started? Okay, so you just answered that. And it said someone is asking, how do you normally approach your invitations?
Yeah, so I'm piquing their interest, right? The whole goal is when you're doing invitations, you're getting someone wanting to know more. So piquing interest is key, and not giving the whole movie, right? Like a lot of you guys, you're giving too much information. Give a little information and get them to a resource, get them to a video, get them to a Zoom call, get them to an in-person meeting. Leverage the tools that your leadership has put in front of you, right? When there's things going on, take advantage of it. When you're new, no one wants to hear from you. So leverage other people that have already had the success that they want to hear from. That's the key.
That's wonderful. At what point in time would you allow someone who just joined your team fresh to start doing a presentation?
As soon as they want to. I'm not going to control that. Like if someone's super ambitious and they want to do it right now and they want to get done, hey, they can go for it. I do recommend though, until you master it, to leverage other people though. So this is how network marketing works, in my opinion. You leverage others to create success. Once you create success, others leverage you. So it's like a line, right? It's like an evolving thing over time, but someone can determine how fast that goes. They can do it as fast as they want to do it.
Someone is asking, okay, before I go to that board, let me ask okay, let's answer this. Is it, if you stop doing the business for like 2 years, how do you get back to it with a new energy?
Yeah, that's just up to you. Like if you're not ambitious, you're never going to make it. Like you have to have self motivation. You can't motivate people, right? Like you have to be self-motivated. That's why I always say you run with the runners. You don't try to convince people. So you got to figure out why you're getting back and why you're actually doing this. You got to dig deep and figure out your purpose and your mission.
All right. And someone is asking, okay, I think I read that already. Your last words for us.
Yeah, last words for you guys is just stay consistent, man. Stay consistent. You're around good people that want to go places. I always say your law of association is key, right? You get around 5 winners, you're going to be the 6th. You get around 5 losers, guess what? You're going to be the 6th. That's just how life works. You hang around with quality people, good things will come. You hang out with, bad people, bad things will come. That's just life. And I think you guys have a golden opportunity, with this network marketing profession, the same way that I had the opportunity with the profession. I've been able to travel the entire world. I've traveled to many different continents. I've traveled to 60 countries now for my business, which is pretty insane. I have customers in my organization today in 128 countries around the world. It's pretty insane, right? But the reason that is because I've just been consistent with it. Every day I'm working. Like I don't have to be on this call today. I wanted to be here. Like I wanted to give you guys value. I love to do this stuff. So I love it. I'm passionate about it. And I'm not just money driven. Like I was money driven when I was 18 years old and had no money. But once I started making money, my purpose had to change and evolve. Today, it's like, man, I'm helping people. I'm changing people's lives. People are shooting me messages. I got a message today from a girl. She said, you completely changed my life. You don't even talk to me, but you completely changed my life because I watch you every single day and I've been able to build my business now. That's a great feeling. Like I didn't even do anything. I didn't think, I don't know her. She literally watched me change her life. That's a great thing that I did. I impacted a person in a great way. Okay. So at the end of the day, that is more so my mission today. It's purpose driven. It's crusade driven. It's not money driven. Like I'll always make money because I'm skilled. Once you become skilled, you'll always make money. So those of you guys on this call right now, if you want to make money, just become skilled. Money will just come to you when you're skilled. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, whatever, they play basketball. They get paid a lot of money to play basketball, right? Because they're skilled. It's not that they're not bad at basketball. They're good at basketball, so they get paid. You want to be good at network marketing? Hey, you're going to get paid. So at the end of the day, just be here for people, guys. Always remember as well, everyone has their own purpose and their own mission. Just because you think some sort of way doesn't mean everyone in your group thinks the way that you think. Everyone's here for a different reason. Get to know your people, get to know their goals so you could help them accomplish whatever it is. Because this vehicle of network marketing, it can do anything and it can do many different things for many types of people. Not everyone thinks exactly like you. So understand your people and help them accomplish whatever it is for them. So that is my message. I hope you guys got some value. It was a fun hour with you guys.
Yes. We know you are almost done, but one more thing. The conversation gets bigger. I want you to say your last word, but let me just bring this one. Someone is asking me, at what point in time, or what are some of the red flags you need to see in a particular company for you to, before you can leave, meaning knowing that it's time for me to leave the company?
Yeah, if they're not paying the people, that would be a big problem. If the business is doing things that are very shady and could negatively affect people, maybe, possibly. I'm a guy who doesn't really quit until like it ends. Like I'm like the guy who's like, I'm committed. So I'm not a guy who's a quitter. But is the business doing things in a legal way? Those are the kind of things I look for, but I wouldn't leave for, my business just isn't growing. That's never a reason to leave a company. If your specific business isn't growing, that's not a reason for you to give up on the opportunity. But if the company is doing things that are really bad and you can actually see those things, that might be the reason. But I believe you make it happen. Like that's my mentality. Like I stick it out and I make it happen. But I've never had like to the point where my people weren't getting paid or they're going to destroy my people's life, like that kind of stuff. I've never had to deal with yet. But I've seen it in a lot of other companies. I've been blessed to be in a company that's successful and has grown for 9 straight years. So I've been blessed to be in a good, business that has just, evolved with me, evolved with the growth. So
that's good. So someone put something here. I want to answer the person myself. The person is saying that in your assessment of African market, why are we not having millionaires? Joy, there are a lot of millionaires in network marketing. I have known a couple of millionaires, not in Africa, but here in Ghana. A lot of people, not everybody is outspoken when they have money. Not everybody goes out. I've known people who make 7 figures weekly. I've seen people who make 5, 6, even, figures weekly, not even monthly. Who are my mentors, who coached me. They've shown me their paychecks in one point or another too. And I'm a testimony. I have never done network marketing on full time. I've been in the industry since 2013, 2014, all along, still keeping my work. This is my library where I work. This is what these books I read. I read these books to fix airplane, even if I want to remove an airplane tie, engine, avionics system. These are the books that guide me. I'm still at work. So like you said, it's just about sacrifice. I know when to make a move, when not to, because I know my job is not just like any other job. I can just pack my tooth one day and leave. It's about time. It's security based, and let's say you please allegiance to what your country, your nation. So we have to finish certain group before. But I had already done that before start doing the work. So Joy, we have a lot of millionaires here in Ghana, Africa. I can count them over and over in network marketing.
was gonna say
Another one.
know multiple people in Africa who are 7-figure earners. In their own right.
Exactly. So, yes, Joy said, I must confess that network marketing really shaped my thought process that drove me to start my first business, and I have done to invest in very risky ones. Yeah. People also try to jump into cheap stuffs, and then before you see, they ruin their lives and reputations, and their monies are gone. We can keep talking and talking and talking. All I want to say, God bless you so much for your time, Tony, for everything you've done. You've left your comfort zone. You should have been doing some presentations, following up and closing some deals by now, but you are here to share with us. I really appreciate it. These are the conversations we have to be having. These are conversations I always put together. I have people on this team joining now. Not most of them are not even in my team. Some are not even in my company. But I share the link with them because I see them doing something in their companies, their leaders, trying to, like you said, it's all about the impact, purpose driven. Like I stand for a cause, building it for a purpose. So I share every idea with a lot of people. Anytime they need you, anytime we can do more and more, and not just going to be online. One day we'll bring you to Ghana. We'll have a huge concert where we are going to stand on stage together. In fact, you have to start sending us, some of us invite. It's all part of the network marketing to come to US. You have to meet in Singapore because I see you travel to Rome. You've been all over the place. So I promise everybody on this call that definitely we will meet you in person one day, and then we'll share coffee together. I just saw that you got engaged to your girlfriend. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. No, I was gonna say, for all of you guys see someone in the chat like saying, I don't want this meeting to end, the value, etc. Right? Like, you guys can always go to my social medias, my YouTube, my Instagram, like go watch the videos, learn, like just learn. That's what I would say. Just keep learning all day. So
regards to your girlfriend, and anytime the wedding is coming on, give us an invite. We'll come to the US to come and we like jollof. We like jollof. So you have to prepare some down for us.
Okay.
Regards to your team, your leaders, everybody. Some of your leaders are my friends as well.
For sure.
Well, no, I appreciate your time.
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys again for having me, and everyone have a great day. We'll talk soon. See you guys.
All right. So let me unmute everybody, and then say, yeah. So you can unmute yourself and say a word. God bless you. Thanks.
God bless you.
Yourself. Yeah.
This is powerful. I joined very late, but I really enjoyed it.
Wow, thank you so much. Really, we appreciate
So
it.
stay
Thank
tuned.
you.
There's another leader we are going to bring again by the next 2 weeks, next 3 weeks. I'm going to update you guys. If you are in the group, build it for a purpose. Try to invite your friends to join the group. Let's build a supportive community, a very nice community where we can support each other, make money. I can't support you if I'm broke. That's a fact. So we need to make money. We need to income, invest, then we impact. That's how it's supposed to be. So God bless everybody for joining. Stay tuned for the next event. And God bless you. If you really want to understand the business, if somebody has ever spoken to you about a business and you are still in doubt, get in touch with the person, learn more around it. You don't know, this might be your breakthrough. This has done a lot of things to most of us. So God bless you, God bless your family, and certainly God bless your dreams. Bye-bye. Have a good evening. Hey, Enes, I see you. I see you, Francis. Techno Canon 16. I see your face. Nice. I love you guys for making it a success. Without you, we wouldn't have been here.
Billionaire, please let's have the recording, eh?
Sure, I'll share the link with everybody. I'll share the link.
Thank
with
you, sir.
guys. Yeah, I even do a live one on YouTube.
Please, I couldn't join in early, so if you can share the recording.
Okay, so you can even watch it on YouTube live.
Okay.
I've done YouTube live, so you can get to YouTube and you can watch it. You can watch it over there.
Share your link. Share your link with us here. The link.
Share the link. Share the link.
On
If
the
you are not
chat
sharing
box.
Share
the
the
link,
link.
if you are not sharing the link, you are not doing what? Charlie, have a nice evening, everyone.